So, Finn, in the last 30 days, how much money have you made with your OnlyFans management agency?
Crazy actually. So let's have a look. Last 30 days we've done 228K.
228?
Yeah. Let's see how the last 90 days we've done 635K.
635,000 last 90 days.
Yeah.
Wow. And how long have you been doing this stuff for now?
About 2 years now actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
going off to 2 years.
Yeah, come on. Maybe even 2.5 years. Yeah.
Okay, so let's break everything down about who you are, how did you get here, how did you get in my house, and how are you able to generate that much amount of money? All right, so let's just go all the way from the beginning. So to people that are watching, who are you, where are you from, and we'll start from there.
So yeah, I'm Finn. I'm from London. I'm 23. As I said, yeah, began on this about 2.5 years ago. We've had so many changes in the agency. Like I've gone from business partner to business partner. We've run like 2-3 agencies under different brands and stuff. And obviously we've landed on this now as printing 230K a month.
Good. And what about before OnlyFans management? Did you do any other online businesses like ecom, dropshipping, anything like this?
Yeah, like the usual guy that does this. Everyone tries something before, right? So drop shipping, I think I tried. I did like copy trading for a while. I think that's it. Yeah.
How long did you do each one of those for?
It was literally like 1-2 months either side of each. So it just wasn't working. I was also a lot younger as well.
Okay, yeah.
So there was like, looking back now, there's loads and loads of mistakes. So
Yeah. And you were trying to learn all by yourself, or like from YouTube and so on, right? About dropshipping and trading and so on. Okay, and with trading, how much money did you lose?
well, so it started off pretty well actually. I was like super risky with the which how much you commit per trade. I think I made like 2-3 grand first off. Then I blew my account in like a week, or I dropped back to how much I put in. So I lost I broke even basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just go, fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with like trading. We speak to so many people, and they actually, a lot of them have a similar story where they start off by making a little bit of success, but then they get either a little bit too confident or they don't follow a trade or whatever. But the thing is, who the fuck knows about what trade to follow? It's like, it's still a gamble at the end of the day, right? So, okay, so you've done that, and then you tried dropshipping for a bit?
Yeah. That was like, a month. Set up a store, and then saw the difficulties in it, and I was just like, I'm just not going to do that.
How long did you do the dropshipping for?
Yeah, about a month.
Okay.
Yeah. And like, I didn't actually start anything. I think I like set up the store, did some research. I was ready to go, and then I think I saw it. That's when I saw you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But did you make any sales? No sales at all?
No sales.
So you spent basically an entire month like learning about it, building these stores and stuff, and then it just never happened, right? Yeah. Again, hear this shit all the time.
Yeah. Everything person goes through the same thing, I think.
Right. But even like by the sounds of it, you got it well, because I've heard so many people that have bought a bunch of stock, right? Because they find this product, they're like, this is gonna prate. This is gonna make me so much money. And then they buy this stock and it just sits in their fucking bedroom. They can't sell it. Or they spend loads of money on a website and paid ads, and then they don't even break even. They actually end up spending more money than they make. So, okay. And then around that time is when you found out about me on YouTube, was it? How did you find out about it?
TikTok, actually.
TikTok?
Yeah.
That's funny. With some bullshit lifestyle reel, right? Like me getting into a supercar or some shit. But like, that's what goes viral. That's what we do it, you know? At the end of the day, like, that doesn't matter, like, in itself, but I get it from a marketing perspective. It just goes viral. Yeah. So probably piqued your curiosity. And then is that what you found out about OFM as well for the first time ever?
Yeah. So I think I saw your videos, and I was sitting on it for like 2-3 weeks, and then they kept coming up again and again. And I was like, okay, you're telling me something, right? And I think I hopped on the onboarding call, and then I waited like 2-3 days and then hopped in the program.
Okay. Let me just take one step back before we talk about that.
Yeah.
There must have been something in you for the longest time where you were like, fuck this 9 to 5, I can't do this normal bullshit. Have you always had this mindset? Was there anything in particular that made you work towards having your own business and living life in your own terms?
Yeah. I mean, I think my whole family is like orientated around it. Like they don't run like a business or anything, but they've always been self-employed. Like my mom's a property developer, my dad's a film director. Like they're all about like quitting a 9 to 5 and working for yourself, right? And so I was big in the gaming industry. I was working for an esports team, and that was from home, right? So I think I was doing that for 2 years, so I could work on OFM from home while I was doing work from another company, right? And that's kind of where it began, really.
But you kind of use that as a stepping stone to then still work from home, to have a bit more time to work on the agency on the side, right? Yeah, I also got quite lucky. I say lucky, but like it was intentional. I remember my last 9 to 5 was an estate agent, or real estate for you American people, right?
Yeah.
And my specific job at that place was just to do the viewings, right? Just to show people around the house. And there was maybe 3 to 5 viewings a day. On average, it was like 3 a day, right? Meaning on each viewing is what, half an hour, maybe an hour if they ask a load of fucking questions.
Yeah.
AKA, I had most of the day just genuinely me sitting in my car. And even in between, when I would be driving to places, I would just be listening to audiobooks about self-development, human psychology. There was no lessons about OFM, but I was still developing myself and, you know, a mindset and so on. So the takeaway there for anybody watching, maybe perhaps you don't have to switch your 9 to 5 to have more time, but in an ideal world, if you do need to get a 9 to 5, ideally try to get something where you can work this 9 to 5 while still being able to learn and do another business on the side. Because if you're working like stacking shelves, it's impossible. You physically got to be there, you know, doing those things. So, okay. So then that's kind of where you got the mindset from your parents almost, right? And your family has always been kind of entrepreneurial, right? We could say that. Okay, cool. That's good. So then you found me like on TikTok, you started watching some of my videos. Do you remember what specifically made you look at OFM that and you were like, okay, this makes sense. I want to do this.
I think really, to be honest, I think I saw the advert, I saw the course, and that's when I hopped in. I wasn't like super like, okay, this is the right thing, but I tried it. And we were running a couple of small models for a while, and then it just got further into it and into it. And I think having business partners at that point, it pushed us and pushed me a lot to just carry on, to the point where I just got so stuck into it, where you just, it becomes your whole lifestyle, right?
You're all in at that point. Yeah. Okay. Was this after you had joined or before you joined my mentorship program?
After.
Okay. So when you joined, you were just starting out from zero, no clients. Wow. Okay, cool. And that was like 2 years ago, isn't it?
I know, it's crazy, yeah.
Okay, cool. By the way, this is the first time I'm meeting Fit in person. You just flown to Dubai, what, yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. So this is like literally I'm learning this in real time. So this is cool. Okay, cool. So when you booked a call with us, had you done any mentorships before? Any paid programs for anything?
I think I bought one. And I think that was for drop shipping.
Okay.
It was like $500 or something.
Okay.
It was good value, to be honest. The course was good.
Okay.
Obviously I set up the store and didn't do anything. So, and then I saw your ad, and then that's where
Okay.
it done, yeah.
Do you think there was something missing with the dropshipping program, or was it just not the right timing for you to actually pursue it?
Yeah, I think it wasn't the right timing, and then all the cons that come with drop shipping, I was just like, yeah, it's probably not right.
Fair enough. Okay. But everything happens for a reason. You saw my video, you jumped on a call. When you done that call with us, did you have a bit of hesitation? So I think you also mentioned you done the call, and it was like 2 days later you actually ended up pulling the trigger and joining, right?
Yeah.
So talk to people, just because I want them to understand that they're probably not the only one going through this. Yeah. Most people are like, oh, I want to think about it. I don't know. Is this a fucking scam? You know? Also, by the way, Finn is a real person. You can message him. I'll leave his links down below. Please don't spam him. But if you wanted to double check, like, he's a real person. But yeah, do you remember, and this is going back like 2 years, but do you remember, was there anything in particular in your mind that was like, I don't know, but then you must have seen or thought about something to go, okay, fuck it, let me just do it with these guys?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just the onboarding call I had, run through how everything works, and I was like, yeah, okay, it sounds good. It sounds like everything I need right now.
Okay.
And I just went for it then. Yeah, it sounded like the right thing, right time, right place for me.
Fair enough. So once you had a call with one of my team members that actually walked you through what you're going to get and how it's going to work, then all of a sudden it made logistical sense to invest.
Yeah.
And obviously my program is a lot more than the $500 of when that you invested prior. So yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you had the finances, it all made sense. Okay, fine, okay, let's do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was it. Cool. So then let's get to the interesting part, which is your OFM journey from the beginning. And again, we're going kind of back like 2 years or so, right? But what do you remember from your first month? Both you doing your own OFM, and then we'll talk about like my mentorship program.
Yeah, I mean, looking back to like 2 years ago, it was like, I knew absolutely nothing. So the mistakes I was making back then was like, oh my God, like what was I doing? Because when we first joined, it was just like, okay, I'll post a couple of TikToks, like post on Twitter, get a couple of reels done, and we just send them reels, that's it. To the day now where we're sending them engineered reels that are like we write a sentence down to them, like every single second is written down of how the reel should go, what should they should wear, the lighting, everything, until so they can make it perfectly right. So yeah, I think since joining, a lot has changed. Like even now, every day my bias changes on what's good and what's bad, and how can we, you know, create new systems to scale the agency.
It's always like that with everything though. I remember literally it was earlier this morning. I filmed or Scott filmed a video of me like punching a boxing bag and like my progress of boxing, right? I'm still super shit in the grand scheme of things. But I compared that to about 2 years ago of a video, and it is like a night and day difference, like complete difference. And in business it's no different, right? Thinking back 2 years ago, I think how many clients unfortunately you lost sort of eye, right? But now that we know what we know now, it's just so much fucking easier. And obviously as well, I see you in the Discord as well. There's so many times when new people will come into the program, right, inside of our inner circle, and they'll ask a question and you will tell them what you do now, which just saves them 2 years of figuring out this shit by themselves, right? So yeah, okay. So you joined, I think you done it with a business partner, right? Or a couple of business partners.
Yeah, so I've probably had 4. Some of it worked out to be a bit strange.
Okay.
Funny story actually. So the one I'm with now, Tom, I think you know him.
Yeah.
Weird story, but it's quite cool. So we used to play games at like 12 or something, however old we are. And from there, so we're playing, I think we were playing games for like a year. We met each other from then. Then we disconnected for a whole 5 years. And then it was only last October
Mental.
that I saw his story on IG, and I popped up and he was like, "Oh bro, what are you doing nowadays?" He was like, "Oh, he was running like an equity firm at that time." And I was like, "Oh, I'm doing an OFM, you should come join in." And that's when we kind of got together, and it was only like November, December last year where we started this new agency, which is doing 300K a month. So technically the agency that's doing this amount of money is only 7-8 months old.
Yeah. Similar story to myself, very similar. I started in February, like a new business. I think a lot of people might not know, but I left my previous business partner and I started my own thing in February. So very, very similar thing, like 10 months or so. Yeah, it's interesting, man. But okay, and this guy, you didn't know him in real life. It was literally through video games.
Yeah. So
Back when you were a kid.
yeah, I only met him in person, 2 months ago. We went to Romania. That's house. No, it was the first time we met in Heathrow Airport. Meanwhile, we've known each other for like 7 years.
And how much money have you made together by that point?
I don't know. On inflow, I'm thinking like 1.2.
At least.
Yeah, at least.
At least 1.2 million. So you played video games with this guy, and then you just didn't speak for 5 years or so because you both grew up, and then you reached out to him again because you saw his social media, and then you guys thought, fuck it, let's do this OFM stuff, and you paid $1.2 million together, and then you're like, okay, maybe we should meet up.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is the crazy thing is like nowadays, and right, everything that I just said there, if you were to tell this story to your average parent, they would be like, yeah, right, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I don't trust that. Don't do that. Like, you know? Hey, but like, that's the thing. It's like nowadays, these things do happen and it's real. And again, this is a small lesson to most people watching. Like whenever you start, whether it's OFM, I couldn't give a fuck about what you guys do. It's SMA, ecom, dropshipping, trading, whatever. In my opinion, and so I'm sure Finn's opinion as well, OFM is by far the best. But anyway, whatever you start and you're still living at home, your parents are most likely, there's an 80-90% chance that they will try to tell you to not do it and get you out of it, right?
Yeah.
And that's not because they don't love you, they don't believe in you, or etc. It's simply because they can't fathom that this is real and this actually works. So, okay, going back to your early days, how long did it take you guys to get your first client?
God, what in my first, like when I first joined?
Yeah.
It took like 2-3 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
We had one from the US. I think she was working like at Hooters at the time.
Okay, yeah. Standard.
Yeah. And we scaled her pretty decently, to be fair. I think she was doing like 5K a month. And then we brought a UK one on. She was doing like 1K a month. We scaled her to 5K. And she left like a couple times and came back and back again and again. And she eventually...
Well, she left your agency and then came back.
Yeah.
Done that a couple times.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, around 2 to 3 weeks to get your first client, which is, to be honest, like genuinely, at least inside of the program, it's about the average. which maybe to some people that sounds like a long time. I don't know. But if you have any context about any kind of online service-based business like SMA, web design, anything that is where you're providing a service, if you're starting out from scratch, on average, it will take you 2 to 3 months to get a client. So 2 to 3 weeks is very good. So yeah, okay. So you got that client, you've done a bunch of outreach, and then you actually found some success quite early on. Yeah. So you're going from 5K to how much roughly?
She was doing like 7-8K.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then fast forward, was there a moment, do you remember like hitting your first $100,000 months?
God, it happened pretty fast. So
Yeah.
I don't remember too much really. I think it's when we first, because we set up a chatting agency, right? So we had chatting agency of full managed. And I think it was like, what, October last year?
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay, yeah. So probably after like 9 months or so, 10 months or so, something like that. Okay. And so let's talk about that real quick as well, because a lot of people don't even know that it's a thing, where typically the average, right, is a 50-50 deal where you provide both marketing and chatting, it all in-house. I mean, some people outsource it, whatever. But it's like the most standard, typical offer, right? So if you don't mind, tell people a little bit about how you do it, and it's slightly different.
Yeah. So obviously we have our full managed clients, that's 50-50, right? And then we have the chatting agency, which is just where it can be solo models as well, but full managed or managers reach out to us to outsource their chatting, right? Obviously chatting can sometimes be a headache, so they reach out to us. We manage all their chatting, their back-end systems for everything chatting related, really, in account management.
Good.
Now it's usually a lower percentage, but it's good. It's another good source of income, to be honest, as well as having full managed clients.
And your retention is probably very high, but I can imagine, right?
Yeah, so largest client we run now, she's doing 125K a month.
Nice.
So yeah.
And for her, you're just doing chatting?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And is there somebody else doing the marketing, or she's doing it by herself?
Yeah, so she has a couple managers that we're in contact with, and we just do the chatting for them. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, interesting. Okay. I just want to pivot real quick with the conversation, because I think a lot of people will now be like, okay, cool. This is Finn's story. This is how and why he joined, and he's making a lot of fucking money, which is great. I think there's two really important things that I want to talk about. And I'm sure, I'm just thinking in the mind frame of the people watching, because they're probably going to be curious as well. One, I don't know how you want to answer this, but how has your life changed since you started this, and since you started making a decent amount of money, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're making more now than ever before. Am I correct in saying that? Okay, yeah. I was confident, yeah.
Kind of. So the agency is making more money, but kind of our mindset right now is invest into the business. So then long term, in say, I don't know, 5-6 months, you'll reap the rewards even more. Like what we're investing is now is chat managers, editors, clipping team, whatever really.
Okay.
And then in say 5 months, reap the rewards from the agency growing from what we did.
Amazing. That's the best way. Because I think what a lot of people do is they'll get their first 10K paycheck and they're like, let me get that entry little Rolex. Let's go, baby. But talking about that, is there anything that comes to mind that when you got your first kind of nice bit of money, you helped your parents or travel or buy something nice for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I spent a decent amount just on like holidays and stuff. But only 2 weeks ago, I bought my first BMW 4 Series M Sport.
Nice.
It's very nice.
Beautiful. You have a picture of it?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, we'll pop it up on the screen for above the view. What color is it?
It's like it's really nice. It's a pretty rare color. It's like a dark charcoal, like gray.
Okay, wow, interesting.
Blue calipers as well. It's nice.
Nice. Okay, congratulations, bro. Good. And that's like the first nice big gangster thing that you bought for yourself. Good. And you also went to Romania just recently as well?
Yeah, Romania. Flying around business class. What is it? I think February as well. So I mentioned, I don't know, about the content houses that we're doing, right?
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to that again, but February we're planning to go to Thailand with all our models, just stay there 2 months, and we'll have like an Amiga run where they can do content, just reels every day until we have like 10 out of 10 content, and turn them into a content machine so they know how to make content even when they go home.
Good. And again, that goes back to what you're saying about investing back into the business, right? Yeah. Okay, very good. And then, so that's about your personal thing, which I'm very curious about, and I'm sure people are as well. And then the second thing was about the actual coaching. Like once you paid your hard-earned money and you're inside of the program, what are some things that come to mind that were like, man, this is super useful? Anything from like the group calls to the community to the support chat, or just, yeah, the people inside?
Yeah, I think when I first started, the people inside that were already doing those big numbers, the fact that you could just shoot a message into the chat and you'll get a reply in like 20 minutes from people that are doing 200, 300K mark, right? Same for the support stuff as well. Support tickets you open, you've got experience from people for what, 2-3 years, even longer, right? And then group calls is as well, yeah.
But you know what's funny nowadays? It's the other way around. So as in like, so now new people are joining and you are that guy that's doing 250. Yeah. But it's the circle of life, right? You initially start off not knowing anything and you're looking up to these guys doing these crazy numbers. I mean, $250,000 a month. That's not a small amount of money. It's quite a lot of fun coupons. And then you get there and you're like, okay, cool. Like still head down. It's not like, okay, I finally hit it, right? Cool, guys, we can relax and we can now, no, like it's still probably hasn't hit you yet, really, has it?
Yeah, because the thing, when I look back to it, when I first joined, I was like, when you see those people posting the win section, there's like 250K, 300K more. When I look back at it now, I was like, oh yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way you can make that much money. And fast forward to now, it's like, wow, okay.
And now you're doing it 230K a month.
Yeah.
I love that. Cool. Well, Finn, thank you so much for your time, my friend. I think everybody always asks like, oh, what's for the future? I understand your answer is more.
Yeah.
Doing more. Your content houses, probably going a bit more into the marketing side of things, but it sounds over the content house and so on.
Yeah.
Scaling really the chatting. So for people that are watching then, if they do need help with their chatting, is that where they can come to you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So again, I'll leave Finn's links down below. You guys can check him out. But Finn, what a pleasure to have you on the channel. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming here as well. It's a great place. So yeah, it feels weird because obviously been seeing for so long, and been in a space for so long, and now coming, it's actually, it's pretty cool.
It's real. This is not green screen.
Yeah.
I know we'll go for dinner later tonight as well. We've flown a bunch of you guys out, so yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys on the next one.